Russia uses Kinzhal hypersonic missiles against Ukraine. Recently the Russian Ministry of Defense and the conflict with Ukraine. These ultra-fast hypersonic missiles are capable of hitting targets anywhere on Earth within a short span of time. Conflicts are often used by top arms exports to test their new platforms, and the importing countries are also looking out for such weapons which will help in knocking down their enemies. Weapons like hypersonic missiles, these considered to be unstoppable. In the never-ending quest to have weapons which will provide a country more power, it needs to knock out its adversaries. Cutting-edge technology used by Russia against Ukraine. Last weekend, Russia announced that it had launched a hypersonic missile for the first time in the ongoing conflict with Ukraine. Russia became the first country in the world to ever test this missile in a conflict. Defense Ministry spokesperson of that country Igor Konashenkov has been quoted in reports. The Kinzhal Dagger aviation missile system with hypersonic aero-ballistic missiles destroyed a large underground warehouse. This missile also destroyed aviation ammunition in the village of Delyatin in the Ivano-Frankivsk region, Defense Ministry spokesman Igor Konashenkov had said. What are hypersonic missiles, weapons? These are next-generation missiles, and the technology involved is very complicated. Financial Express Online has reported earlier that countries including the UK, China, and Russia have made a lot of investment in hypersonic weapons. Technically, a hypersonic weapon is supposed to be extremely fast. This means it is 5 times faster than the speed of sound, around 3,836 miles per hour, and with this kind of a speed the enemy has less time to respond. Ballistic versus hypersonic. According to reports, the ballistic missiles already move fast, almost the same speed as the hypersonic, though these new-age hypersonic missiles are highly maneuverable and can glide in the upper atmosphere. And once the ballistic missiles are launched, they cannot alter their course. Hypersonic missiles are in 2 forms. In 2021, China had launched a rocket and it had carried a hypersonic glide vehicle, HGV. According to a report in the Financial Times, the Chinese HGV before moving towards its target had flown through low-orbit space and at a speed which was 5 times the speed of sound. The HGV, according to information available in the public domain, leaves the Earth's atmosphere and then plunges back into it. To fool the enemy's radar, this hypersonic vehicle glides through the upper layers of the atmosphere, through a random series of curves and turns. The other type is Hypersonic Cruise Missile, HCM. It is not as fast as HGV, but is designed to fly low and at extremely high speed. This is to take the enemy by surprise. And there is hardly any time for the enemy to hit back. However, the Russian military has successfully used Kinzhal hypersonic missiles, and became the first in the world to use this in the conflict. Why did Russia use this instead of the traditional ballistic missile? According to reports, the missile used by Russia during the Ukraine conflict is said to be a modification of its Iskander missile. And this was the first test fired in 2018 from a MiG-31 aircraft, and it hit a target which was 500 miles away. Russian media reports have said that the Kinzhal has a top speed of Mach 10 and has a capability of hitting targets up to 1,200 miles when launched from a MiG-31. The Russian side is also planning to fire this missile from Su-34 long-range fighter, and it is also planning to mount it onto 22 M3 strategic bombers. Advantages of using hypersonic weapons. Testifying before the U.S. Congressional Committee on Armed Services, a former commander of U.S. Strategic Command, General John Hyten, hypersonic weapons can enable responsive, long-range strike options against distant, defended or time-critical threats, such as road-mobile missiles, when other forces are unavailable, denied access or not preferred. According to him, these conventional hypersonic weapons use only kinetic energy to destroy unhardened targets or even underground facilities. Hypersonic weapons are being developed by the U.S. under its Navy's Conventional Prompt Strike program as well as through Army, Air Force and Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA. While the US, Russia and China are in advanced stages of hypersonic missile programs, India, France, Germany, Japan and Australia too are developing hypersonic weapons. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.